Hello to my fellow bookers. I came here with a loss, guys. Yesterday we lost against Ireland, in which, guys, is a sad moment for us because this is our first loss since we entered the Rugby World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So, but in today's video, guys, we'll be analyzing what went wrong because some they said Faf de Klerk and Le Book, they were the ones that missed too many points. The accumulative of the points, it was gonna be 11 points. And this is what I can say, it costed us too much because we'll be far ahead. But guys, let's analyze this game and let's see where we went wrong and how the coach and Siakolis as the team captain are preparing to betting up the lineup, betting up the hard work, and see how they will take us with our next match with Toga on the 1st of October. So guys, let's analyze. First we start with the Irish, in which he is the one that is the winning team. So let's analyze how they were able to win against the Bookers. Even though, guys, the match was so tough that I forgotten that even Killer Chief was playing. I'm kidding. But guys, it was a low scoring moment, you know what I'm saying? They only scored 13 points. It was a fitting showdown between the number 1 and the number 2 ranked teams in the world. These are the most ranked teams in the world. That is why going to this match, the Bookers should have known that we are not going to play games. You know what I'm saying? With the momentum and shifting several times during the 80 minutes, the battle was intense, physical and furious, with neither side prepared to give any ground at the breakdown. So the Irish, obviously, they enjoyed the territorial dominance in the first 20 minutes, but were repelled repeatedly in the book 22nd by the South African lineouts, because the South African lineout doesn't even play. Indeed, you could say it was a lineout that kept the Bookers in the game in that period. So by the end of the game, South Africa had won 6 against the draw, which we were going too good, guys. Le Book shot good nerve to kick the first 3 points for his team after 6 minutes. And it remained like that until Hansen scored 6 minutes before the break. This is where, guys, that is where it was furious. It was a nerve-breaking moment, you know what I'm saying? Siakolis and team had a great chance to make a difference. 8 or 10 points around the 20 minutes mark. And beyond that, as they prepared to be gaining momentum. But then just before the half-hour mark, that is where things broke down. Came the slip tackle from Le Book that allowed the man of the match, Ike, to pass through from the depth inside his own half. Suddenly, it was no longer the Irish who were under pressure but the Boks. Ireland showed the patience as they maintained the pressure without making the errors. 2016 took the ball up to within the meter of the Book line and along the pass related to Hansen for a score that put Ireland into a 7-3 half-time lead. Which is where, guys, the pressure was on. We're no longer maintaining, we're just, it was a tough game, but we managed to go some field points. But let's analyze where the Books made some bad errors, because, guys, as I've said, Faf de Klerk and Le Book, that is where they messed up the 11 points. But let's analyze how, guys, they messed up the 11 points and they could not take the 11 points. This is where their errors began. So the reason we lost is because we were not able to take the advantage of the scoring moment, the scoring penalties. That is how, guys, we missed the kick points. And they made too many elementary errors. So these are the mistakes. Let's analyze the mistakes. So this is how they made the errors. One kick from Faf de Klerk hit the post. Both he missed the attempts were from a long range. But then all 11 points were missed from the tee, with Manly Block delivering a strong performance in general play, but again missing out on the points that he should have slaughtered. Guys, one of them conversion and the other very kickable penalty that would have regained the box, the lead they had surrounded due to them giving a strong penalty. Yes, there were a few of those. So there are other analysts saying that Manly Block is costing us. Hardy Poland should be the one that is taking all these penalties, or he's a better kicker. as is the one that was supposed to be moving forward. Our lineup was so strong that even the average team, guys, they could not get away. But it looks like, guys, these half chances, that is what made the difference. So the win means that they are stretching their unbeaten run to 16 games, and while the Books did succeed in taking them out of their game, with the Irish not being able to put together their usual massive first game. It is the current world number 1 ranked team that will go forward as the main challengers to host France in the battle for their Weber Ellis trophy. That was this game, guys. It was the number 1 and the number 2 ranked teams, but the number 2, which is ours, could not beat the number 1. It makes sense, but guys, the Books have been showing the determination. But we hope in the next game against Togo, we'll be more prepared. We'll be more prepared, especially taking the penalties, having a better kicker. Otherwise, guys, the lineup is good, just that the better kicker, that is how we even lost this 11 points. So the coach said they are not worried about the French match. They're just worried about Togo. They're preparing for Togo for the next upcoming game. For French, they will see it later, but they have to put their man strong to beat Togo, and so that we can just bring it home. World Cup, there's still a chance, guys. There's still a chance where it's not over yet. But guys, let's support Booker, and guys, shout out to Booker for making out to this far. So guys, we'll catch them in the next video against Togo. Obviously, they are coming back with it. We trust the Bookers because why? We are South Africans. Salah to the Rugby team. Yes, sir.